Would you like to generate more seller leads from your Facebook ads? Give me the next 5 minutes and I'm going to show you how to unlock the power of using buyer ads to generate more seller leads. And as a gift for watching this video, drop me a line below and I will send you a step-by-step video on how I create these buyer ads on Facebook that also generate seller leads. For those of you that don't know, my name is Eric Transu and I help real estate agents and lenders launch pipeline filling lead gen campaigns that work for them 24/7, freeing up time so they could actually enjoy life while still turning leads into consistent conversations, clients, and closings. In every single video, I'm going to give you strategies you could use to grow your real estate business. In today's video, I'm going to show you why one of the best types of ads you can run on Facebook to generate seller leads is a home buyer ad. So let's go ahead and jump over here to my screen. And I want to show you something real quick. So this is my experience with targeting sellers on Facebook. I started years ago with home value ads, okay? So I have my real estate license and I was actually prospecting for leads myself, but I was also generating leads for other agents and for teams. And a lot of them, they would come to me and say, Eric, we want listing leads. So I went out to generate listing leads and I would run home value ads. You know what they look like, get the value of your home. Now, when I was running these to a database as a reactivation campaign, sending it to people that were already in these agents or teams databases, they worked great. But when I was targeting cold audiences on Facebook, the data was bad. And what I mean by that is the name that would come in as the lead never matched the property address that they were inquiring about. And as I dug into it a little bit more, what I would find out is it was either the kids looking to see what the parents' home was worth, it was renters, it was neighbors, but very seldom was it the actual lead. And I knew that was a problem. So I thought to myself, okay, what do I need to do here if the data is bad on cold audience targeting? And so I said, okay, I got to figure out a way to generate leads for these agents that I'm working with. And better yet, I need to find seller leads that are actually good data. So the name has to match the property. I want to actually get in front of the actual seller. So I started doing some research and I'm going to show you an article here in a second. It's a little bit newer, but this is what I did before. I went back and started searching through Google and trying to figure out if there were patterns that were out there that I could use to then modify my ads to get better data. And so let me go ahead and pull up this ad here. And this one's from Realtor.com. So this is a little bit newer than what I found years ago. This one's from May 24th of 2022. And you could see here, it says 72% of home sellers in 2022 also plan to buy another home. And if I scroll down to this image a little bit, you'll see 72% of 2022 sellers and 15% of all homeowners are sellers slash buyers. Okay. So this was good data to have, right? So what I figured out is, hey, why don't I just run buyer ads, but filter out the bellers, the buyers slash sellers, and then follow up with them accordingly. So if they're just a buyer, I'd put them into my normal follow-up campaign. If I got an indication that they were a seller, and I have ways that I run my ads now where I've added a modification to it so I could tell if it's a seller as well, then I would put it up in or put it into a different follow-up campaign. So let's go ahead and jump into Reply Ninja AI and take a look at some data that came in from a buyer campaign that I've run, in this past year here. Now, if you don't know what Reply Ninja is, Reply Ninja AI is a system or software that I've created to help agents launch lead gen campaigns with a couple clicks of a button. So 3 clicks of a button to launch Facebook ads without actually going into Facebook, and then setting up campaigns, pre-configured campaigns to follow up with those leads. So if you have questions about Reply Ninja, feel free to reach out to me and I could get you more info on that. But let's go ahead and jump into Reply Ninja here. And I will have to hide some of this data here so that I could protect these leads that are in here so that nobody harasses them. I don't think you would, but just in case, better safe than sorry, right? What I want you to focus on this screen, though, is this need to sell column. So this was an ad that I ran targeting buyers, which was promoting a listing. Okay, this was for a single listing and it was targeting buyers. And I set up the ads the way that I teach or the way that you launch through Reply Ninja so that it would capture some data on if this is a seller as well. So this last column here shows you needs to sell. And out of the 31 leads that came in on this campaign, you could see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 1 possibly. So 11 of the 31 were sellers or possibly needed to sell in order to buy a home. So 35% of the leads that came in on this ad were potential sellers. Now, it's not the 72% number, but 35% is still really high for sellers in this buyer campaign. So let me switch back to this here. And what I figured out basically after looking at this and then starting to run my own ads and then getting leads, and because they wanted to buy a home and they want lists of homes that were out there and available, I found that the data that was coming in was much better than when I was running the just home value ad to a cold audience. So if you're looking to target sellers in a cold audience, my recommendation to you is actually to run more buyer ads. Now, if you'd like to implement this strategy, I have a step-by-step video that shows exactly how I set up these buyer ads, what they look like, how I modify them so that I could see the leads that are potential sellers, which you saw in that column there. So I could, kind of get notified as they come in that, hey, this one is a seller as well, or a potential seller. So if you'd like a copy of this video, drop me a line below or send me a message and I'd be happy to send it your way.